Hey, look, a new subscriber.
Yeah, boy.
Hello there everyone. So looks like we finally met again. Yup. And there's still no subscribers. Trying hard, no one is coming. Literally no one. So, but still, let's get on with it. This is a vulnerable app trying to hack with a SQL injection attack. You can read it over here as you can see. I'm just saying what it says. Now, SQL injection. What is SQL injection? SQL injection is a vulnerability in which the database of a server is compromised. You see, we generally store our data in MySQL or NoSQL. Now, if there's a slight chance that in MySQL your data might be vulnerable if it's not up to date or you are using the functions incorrectly. Like, for example, an SQL, imagine that you have an SQL map with you, right there, right here. And you will see that if you put a column over there, then a syntax will end. And then we will just type whatever wants goes. Now, this is a frightening skill because it's way too easy to use, and OWASP top 10, it's also there in OWASP top 10, that's why it's called vulnerable. So, let's just click on start. Okay, here are the applicant logins. What happens when you interact to the vulnerable app? So, we will just see what happens over here. Now, this is a perfect website. Its name is Hacksplaining. You can even try XSS and SQL injection, everything over here. No need to fear. Now, let's see what happens. So let's just for a demo, let's see what happens when we put our gmail.com and our password is going to be, let's type anything. Yes. Now let's see what happens. Unknown password or credentials, we fail the credential. Now let's see what happens. Rendering login page, checking supplies, authentication details for prisoner, finding user in database. So it finds the user in database. It just runs a brute force on every database and it checks if it's match or not, as you know in Python. If you don't, then we'll check it out someday. No such user. Report this user invalid credentials. Rendering login page. Now, what would happen if I were to type this or single quotation mark or 1 equals to 1 double hyphen. Now, this that's what we call a single quotation mark. Yeah, this single quotation mark over here is dangerous because if the syntax will end with this single quotation mark and then we can start again by putting or. Now we are putting or, which after which there is a value which is true and only true, and if it's proved that it's true, then the statement will return as true and the whole system will report only one thing, that the whole statement is true. And double hyphen to just get rid of all other quotation marks which comes after this. Yep, we can do this. That's why I tell you it's frightening. Now let's just try anything. What did I do? What's wrong with it? Login. Yay! We finally got in to the account. Now let's see. Running supplies this or 1 equals to 1, and then finding user in database, authentication details confirmed, establish the session for this user, transfer funds. Then nothing is going to happen because it's fake. So, okay, so guessing the password didn't work. Let's try. Okay, I just forgot to do that. Now, as you can see how frightening this tool can be. Literally the most frightening tool. Well, it's to be expected. Nothing in this hacking world goes as smoothly as ever. This vulnerability is dying. Probably by some time, within some years, it will no longer exist. Now, when that happens, there will be few sites which will be vulnerable, and after a few time, this site, humans will completely forget about this vulnerability. But if by any chance they forget about this vulnerability, we can just exploit it again. So that's how frightening this hacking world can be. Everything goes and comes around. No, well, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in that, so. But I still believe in Newton's third law. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching, everyone. And what are we waiting for? Just close the tab. Bloody idiots.